Our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams, joined us as well. And Dan, let's start out. The reason this story could be so important is how it fits into a possible obstruction case against the president.
Well, that's right. I mean, remember, obstruction of justice relates to intent. What did the president intend to do? Meaning you don't have to succeed in obstruction of justice to be charged with obstruction of justice. And certainly there's an argument to be made that you add this piece to the other pieces in the puzzle, and this is one more potential problem for the president.
James Comey.
The firing of James Comey. This with regard to Mueller. Then you've got the Rosenstein piece. I mean, there's piece after piece here, and this is not going to be helpful.
And John, one of the things we've seen is consistent denials, not only from the president this morning, but from the White House going back to last summer, that the president was even thinking about this. Here's an interview I had with Kellyanne Conway in August. Bottom line, Kellyanne.
Yes.
Does the president commit to not firing Robert Mueller?
The president has not even discussed that. The president is not discussing firing Bob Mueller.
But will he commit not to fire him?
And cooperating with. He has not even discussed not fire. He's not discussed firing Bob Mueller.
It's pretty clear, John. There were discussions, several.
It sure looks that way, George. It's unclear whether Kellyanne Conway would have been part of any of those discussions. But at the time that this happened, according to the Times, we heard from Chris Ruddy, a friend of the president's, who told us on the record that the president was considering firing Mueller. So this is quite consistent with what we heard in real time.
And the White House was trying to knock that down at the time. So Dan, we now see the president saying this is fake news. This whole story is fake news. Presumably, at some point, Robert Mueller is going to want to ask him about that. What happens if he says this is fake news to Robert Mueller?
Well, then he could be charged with perjury. Again, I said from the beginning, I don't think that's going to happen. But let's keep in mind
because he won't. You don't think he's going to sit down with Mueller?
I don't think he's going to sit down with Mueller and answer all questions. Would he agree to answer certain questions? Maybe, but he's not going to answer all of Mueller's questions. We need to remember how big a deal this would be. Yes, it's no surprise. I mean, I was on this show predicting that this was going to happen. But the bottom line is
firing of Mueller, the attempted firing.
Yeah, the firing of Mueller. Look, I had a countdown clock on my website, Law and Crime, talking about how many days till this happens. But it would be shocking if this were to happen. If you're not shocked by this possibility, it means that you don't understand the system. There's a reason that the president can't even fire Mueller himself. It has to go through the Attorney General's office. The reason for that is because the special counsel is supposed to be independent and not reporting to the president.
So that we're even talking about
Right.
this.
I mean, we just have to keep that in mind in this context.
Okay. Dan Abrams, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.